like sometimes kind of taken for granted, you know. It's like people portray a lot of things on TV, then when they look at it on TV, they kind of relate to real world situation. It's like, I feel like it should be taken a little bit more seriously. Because sometimes I feel like sets in the media creates like a lot of stereotypes.
I think, not to sound mean or something, but sex sells, let's face it, To tone it down, people be like, oh my god, I don't want to watch this boring show. Because let's face it, what is True Blood without the sex?
I feel that they are, by overdoing it, there's too much to be shown. Like, basically, like, either amp it down or, like, just don't show a whole lot of it. Because I know, me personally, I don't like to see a lot of, like, sex in movies or that, all that kind of stuff in the movie, because that kind of just throws it off.
Okay.
Like, from the main plot.
I think that it's a little too influential on our society today, and that it just has a lot to do with the teens and like why TV shows have it like, I don't know, I think it's just too much. I think it like makes teens like too mature at a younger age.
I'm actually really kind of saddened by it. It's the loss of childhood innocence. It's the loss of, people, like I said, essentially having a childhood where they're innocent of, the things of the world. And it's indicative of more larger things as well. I think it's not just the sex, it's the violence you see on TV. It's, all the aggression and the hatred that you see there. All things that, honestly, in my opinion, little kids shouldn't have to be exposed to.
I think it's a good thing for it to be out in the open. I don't think it should be something that's so taboo to talk about.
So you don't think there should be censorship, or do you think it should be toned down a little bit?
To an extent, of course, but yeah, I don't think it's anything to be like hidden away. But yeah, I think there definitely needs to be censorship, especially if it's like channels that everyone can access, like younger kids.
I kind of feel that for younger children, them being young is gonna make them make judgments faster, just because like they're not educated on the fact that a lot about more. They're gonna be like, well, they're gonna be confusing sets and terms when they talk to their parents, or they try to get involved in a relationship. It's like they're gonna look at what happens on TV, and they're gonna go to their friends and say, oh, maybe this is how sex is supposed to be. Oh, maybe sex is better used without a condom, or maybe sex is better used when not actually having feelings for a person. It's like they're gonna automatically be making a bunch of judgments, just based on what they see on TV. So they should have more respect for younger children.
Kids are learning about stuff that we probably wouldn't know until we were a lot older and more mature. And kids are getting involved in like sexual activities at a younger age just because of the media and stuff they see and they act out.
Honestly, children are very adaptive. Like they're quick to imitate what they see. So if they're seeing like the way people do things on TV, they're gonna think like basically these days like TV is raising children anyway. So if they seeing like certain things, they're gonna think, oh, that's fine because society says it's fine. So they're gonna do what they see on TV. And 9 times out of 10, it's probably not the way they should go about it. But because they're children and that's the way they learn, it's probably how they're gonna do it.
And I feel that, sure, it could be a good idea to at least like show like the world about the struggles or like what they're going through. I think that's a good way to show it.
I think it has more based on celebrities, meaning like younger kids look up to them as their role models, and they have crazy lifestyles, and it just doesn't really match up with a normal kid's lifestyle, and they think that's the right thing to do versus that's the wrong thing to do.
Not a huge fan of Teen Mom. I think it kind of glorifies that whole teen pregnancy thing, but I don't know, shows like that, I guess it's good for people to know about it, but I think the way that they're advertised and the way that they're shown is sort of inappropriate.
regular TV shows that anyone can access, like they need to tone it down because there's going to be a smaller audience that have access to watch things like that.
Well, I think, well, I'm very much for, freedom of speech, freedom of expression, and, limiting the amount of censorship that occurs. I definitely think that's one of the things that, given the fact that television reaches such a wide audience, that it's definitely something that probably should be censored out as much as possible. Especially, if you just think about, you have little kids watching TV, you just got to be careful with what they can see. And I think there's definitely limits to what good taste, is in terms of programming.
Yeah, definitely with public television, like cable TV and stuff. Like, I understand HBO and Showtime and those channels, but I just don't understand why, like, even drugs, sex, and alcohol is so prominent